Sha'Carri Richardson might be the biggest name in women's sprinting, but right now, she's losing the argument. Because while fans still talk about her world title, her Olympic medals, and her superstar status, the women around her keep winning. And that's what makes the next few weeks so dangerous. For the first time in years, Sha'Carri Richardson is walking into a season with something she hasn't faced before. Doubt. A lot of people won't say it publicly, but they're asking the same question. Has women's sprinting already moved on without her? Think about it. Jefferson-Wooden is the reigning world champion, Julien Alfred is the Olympic champion, and Shericka Jackson. Even after injuries, she keeps reminding everyone why she's one of the greatest sprinters of her generation. Meanwhile, Sha'Carri is still searching for the form that made her untouchable in Budapest. And that's why what happens next could define her entire season, because this story wasn't supposed to go this way. Back in 2019, Sha'Carri Richardson looked unstoppable. At LSU, she ran 10.75 seconds to win the NCAA title. A collegiate record, an American under-20 record, one of the fastest times ever run by a teenager. Track and field had found its next superstar. Then came 2021. She won the Olympic trials. She earned her place on the team, and then everything changed. A suspension cost her the chance to compete at the Tokyo Olympics. Instead of becoming an Olympic star, she watched from home. The momentum disappeared overnight for a while. Nobody knew if she'd ever fully recover from it. Then came 2023, and everything changed again. At the World Championships in Budapest, Sha'Carri Richardson delivered the greatest performance of her career. Running from an outside lane, she shocked the world with a championship record 10.65 seconds. She defeated Shericka Jackson, she defeated Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and she finally became world champion. At that moment, she wasn't chasing greatness, she was greatness. But sprinting moves fast, and the sport never waits. The Paris Olympics in 2024 didn't go as planned. Julien Alfred captured gold. Sha'Carri settled for silver. Then injuries disrupted her 2025 campaign. At the World Championships in Tokyo, she barely reached the final. When the race was over, she finished fifth, not first, not second, fifth. And while Sha'Carri struggled, Jefferson-Wooden exploded. She broke Richardson's championship record and took the world title. The crown had a new owner. Then came 2026, and things got worse. In Shanghai, Sha'Carri lined up against Shericka Jackson in the 200 meters. Jackson looked strong, confident, dangerous. She won in 22.07 seconds. Sha'Carri finished fourth, more than 0.3 of a second behind. For most athletes, that's just another race. For Sha'Carri Richardson, it was a warning sign because every loss adds pressure. Every defeat fuels the conversation, and every race makes people wonder if her best days are already behind her. Now comes the biggest test yet, the Prefontaine Classic Hayward Field, the track where Sha'Carri built some of her greatest victories, the place where she won national titles, the place where she looked unbeatable. But this time is different because she's not arriving as the favorite, Jefferson. Wooden is waiting, the reigning world champion, the woman who dominated 2025, the athlete. Many people now consider the fastest woman on the planet, and if Sha'Carri loses again, the questions become impossible to ignore. But if she wins, everything changes. One race can silence doubters. One race can restart a career. One race can remind the world exactly who Sha'Carri Richardson is. The talent never disappeared. The speed never disappeared. But in women's sprinting, reputation means nothing once the gun goes off. Now the clock is ticking. The critics are watching. The champions are waiting. And Sha'Carri Richardson has one more chance to prove she still belongs at the very top. Because if she can't do it now, the sprint world may finally have a new queen.